Hello everybody, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, hopping on to make this adorable little bee with you tonight. So as you jump on, say hey and let me know you're here. And if you're catching the replay, then just say hey and let me know you're watching the replay. So this guy has been all of the buzz and he sold out. I did a little restock of him, so if you didn't get one and you want to, you may want to snag one now. He is a shelf sitter. Let me show you. So these are the colors we're going to be using. These are his wings. They're kind of cute, huh? So look it. And I'm going to tell you, you can even turn him into a ladybug if you wanted to, okay? He is perfect to either make as a bee or a ladybug. I'm just going to throw that out there. But, we're going to make him tonight. I don't know why I just set that right there. I honestly have no idea. But you know, it is what it is. We'll leave it there for a second. Let me get my iPad going and see y'all and say hi. So tell me, how was your Easter? Did you guys have a good Easter? Was your weather good? Or did you just make the best of it? Because, you know, sometimes we have to just make the best of it. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Hi, Geneva. Hey, Trula and Ellen. Hey, Barb. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi, Becky. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Happy Monday, Denise. Hi, Tony. So, as we can see by the way my hat is backwards, the Book of Face has yet to fix the flipping around capability. So it is what it is. Luckily for tonight's project, there really isn't a lot of words. He has a little tag on him right here. I just simply wrote Buzz because I thought that was cute. But let me show you what this kit comes with. So I put the link for this kit in the description, but you can also comment shop AFK and that will just take you to the front page of our online shop. And he should be right on there also. So, it is, like I said, he is a shelf sitter. So this is his body. He's on a thicker piece of wood. These are his wings, and I did say if you wanted a ladybug instead, you could certainly do that. And then this is the little daisy cutout. He also comes with two pre-drilled holes right there for his little antennas. Oh, awesome, Angie. You had a great family and friends turnout. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Hi, Pat. Good Easter with good weather. Nice, Barb. Yes, same here. We had a great Easter. The church service was epic. It to the point where I wrote today's devotional based off of it. So if you didn't get to see that, go back and check it out. But it was really good. Easter was good. Our weather has been really, really nice. But it is supposed to, so we're supposed to be getting like a cold front coming through. Or a trough. That's what they called it. I just call it a cold front, but they call it a trough. I don't know. Anyway, the weather's going to change. Starting Thursday, it's going to get cloudy. And we're going to be in like the mid to high 60s, which is kind of like what we were dealing with last week, which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't mind bundling up. I'm getting to the point where I would rather have it that than 100. So there's that. But it was really nice. Yeah. So thank you. Hey, Pam from Arkansas. Hello, Tony and Linda. Hey, Vicky. So, this kit also comes with the embellishment pack right here, which is basically the wires for the antenna, the jute rope for around his neck for the tag, the rusty bell, the tag, and then you have this little circle right here. Let me show you. This is for the center of the daisy. So this is a round circle. We're just going to cut that out, and it's like a corrugated scrapbook paper. So let's cut it right off the bat. So we can get it painted while we're painting the bee's body. Okay. And I took some time and changed my little paper right here because it was pretty hammered. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Hey, Tammy. Oh, awesome. Diane said she got hers today. Hey, Patricia. Hello, hello. And hello, Diane. I'm glad it made it today. I know a few of you were expecting to get yours today also. So if you don't craft along with me tonight, which is perfectly fine, it will be going into the private group tomorrow. So what we're doing is downloading them and then uploading them over into the private group. So there's a private group for this kit. It's the AFK Kids private group. My granddaughters actually used to do the crafting, but they're so busy with softball that they're not able to. So we'll just upload it over there so that when you're ready, you will have it. All right, so what we're gonna do is start by painting the daisy and the wings in the color cotton. So that's the first order of business. Oh, Barb, you got yours today also. Awesome. I really do like this little bee. He's just fun. He's just fun. Okay, so I'm just kind of peeling this off and making a little room in my palette here. Well, hello, Carly. Hello, hello. All right, there we go. I had to take, so I don't know if you can see this little dot or not. You might not even be able to see it, but I had to, my watch does not stay charged for the entire day. And I'm really going to try to go for a walk when we're done here. I just haven't had a chance yet today to go get a walk in. Whee! I gotta shake this better. So that's what I'm gonna try to do when we're all done. Hi, Erin. Hello, Kim. All right, there we go. That is better. And at the very last second, I remembered to run in and wash the brushes. This, this little round center there is going to get painted in sunflower. It's going to get like a little dry brush of sunflower on it. All right, so we're just getting a coat of the cotton on the wings and on the daisy. You really could paint the daisy any color you want. I tend to always paint them in the color cotton or white. Do you guys tend to paint them a certain color when you are painting? Yes, I'm flinging paint all over the place. I got it in my hair. Oh my goodness. There's really nothing new. I get it all over every time. Okay. Cotton. Yeah. You guys paint them a different color, or do you tend to lean towards the white for daisies also? I know daisies come in all kinds of colors. Happy Monday, Kimberly. Hey, Deborah. Ah, dripping all over. Okay. Oh, pink. Yes. I like pink daisies. That would be really cute with this one also, a pink daisy. I'm going to need to remember that, like the next the next monthly kit that I make, if it has a daisy, I need to remember that and do it in a different color. A pink one would be very cute. I'm just brushing on a little bit more on the wing because I've got a little bit more. But we're definitely going to do a little distressing on it. Okay. Alrighty, next order of business. Let's go ahead and paint the bee's head, and we're going to do that in the color Midnight. So that is the only thing. Well, then the stripes on the body will also be in Midnight, but we'll go ahead and start with the bee's head first, and then we'll move on down to the body. Or maybe I should do the body and then the head so that this way the body has time to dry. White or pink, Tammy said. And Kim said, it depends what you're painting. You like colors and white daisies. Same here, yes. But you know what? I actually was kind of thinking about it. I love the daisies in different colors too, but I usually end up gravitating towards white daisies whenever I'm putting kits together. So I need to keep that in mind. And, do other colors. Jacqueline, no, they are not, but I have had a lot of requests for them. So that is the, I can't even remember what they're called, but we are working on bringing them back for Wood Pack Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So I'm hoping we should, that is just to kind of spoil the surprise because I usually don't say what it is, but it's not a big deal really. So this Wood Pack Wednesday, that is my plan, is to have those birds back in the online shop. And, yeah, so come, make sure you're here on Wednesday. And if you are on our email list, then you'll get an email as soon as they become available. But yeah, they are adorable. Those little birds are adorable. Pastels, yes, definitely. Ooh, light purple. So our, what would be really pretty is some daisies in sunset. That would be really, really pretty. Sunset. Okay, there's the bee's head. I'm just feeling like might as well go ahead and paint the back. I didn't paint the wings, but that's all right. The back of the wings, I should say. You're welcome. Yeah, I've had quite a few requests for those birds, and so I thought we could bring them back for Wood Pack Wednesday because they're really cute. You can use them for all kinds of things. Sunset would be really pretty. And I'm actually thinking I will probably paint those birds using the April paint pack. All right, next we're going to use Sunflower and paint the body. And these are the 1 ounce paint bottles that if you had ordered this with the paint, this is the size that you would get for the kids kit. is the 1 ounce. They're sold out though. Those weren't restocked. Just the kit by itself was restocked. Hey, Melissa Rose. I did, Tammy, and they fit. I was so excited because in the mica jeans, they tell you to size down. And I was nervous because I haven't been in a position where I'm like, I know I shouldn't be sizing down. If anything, I should be sizing up. But they did fit. I was so excited. So yes, yes. They actually, in that mica brand, have been having lots of different mica jeans. And I don't really need to be ordering any more jeans. I have plenty of jeans, but I love jeans. And my set that I told you, so if you, I did a live on Saturday that I showed my package of goodies that I received from Refab Boutique. And so if you had watched that live, which I know some of you did, I had talked about a set and I was a little bit confused because, well, it hadn't shipped and it arrived today. I seen that it was scheduled to arrive today, so I wasn't worried about it. So I got it today and I'll be darned, I love it. It's cozy. I love a good set, but I have one in the same color. It's not the same style, but it's the exact same color. So I'm like, why didn't I get a different color? But that's all right, because it's like a different fabric. It's a different brand. It's a different style, but the color is exactly the same. And I'm not going to send it back. Those sets sell out really fast. But it's that coral color. It's that bright coral color. I really like that color. Actually, the one that I have that's like it is a lot more textured. I wore it yesterday because the weather was so nice here. I wore that yesterday. And I have the top on to another set that the set I showed you guys. I showed you the set that was black, a black top and black pants. That's what I have on right now. It's so comfortable, but I just have a pair of jeans on with the top. That's what's nice about the sets, is that you're basically getting a whole outfit, but you can split it up and mix and match it if you don't necessarily want to wear it together. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Yes, I agree, Tammy. Hey, Mary. Yes, so much summer vibes. I agree. Definitely. He gives all the summer vibes. He's a cutie. Me too, Barb. I do too. I don't have a whole lot in the coral color, but I got 2 sets now, 2 short sets. So that's okay though. I'm excited. So I can wear, with these shorts, the sleeveless like sweater vest thing I showed you guys that I got, I could wear that with these shorts. So it's all good. I'm okay with it. All right, so what we're gonna do with this and the sunflower color is we're just gonna paint the center of the daisy. That's exactly what this is. It's just the center of the daisy in the color sunflower. And it doesn't have to be perfectly painted. You can kind of see I didn't leave as much of the corrugated cardboard showing as I normally would, but you can kind of see some of it through it. So that's it. That's all we have to do for that. And if you wanted to paint the rest, let's see what the wings. I'm just going to leave that. All right, let's try the bee's body. So I was kind of sizing the wings up to see if I wanted to paint any more of the back of the bee, but we're just going to leave it. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and just distress him a little bit before we start painting the black stripes on. So we're just going to give him a distressing. I'm just going to get a piece of sandpaper. Okay. So what I've done is just kind of exposed a little bit of that grain under there just because I like the way that that looks. And then we're going to come and just distress the edges of his head a little. I got a little bit of paint on there, so I was just trying to kind of wipe it off a little. All right, that looks pretty good. So then what we're going to do is we're going to come back in with a smaller brush, just a flat squared off type of brush. And then we're going to do the stripes. So there's going to be 3 stripes, and I'll probably start in the middle just like this. So we're going to just do a little bit of a curve. So I'll just kind of start over here and then just sort of curve it a little. The curve is going to go down towards the bottom. So what I did here is it's just a little bit of a curve going from that end to that end. And so I'm going to follow that same type of a shape of, it's not just a perfectly straight line. However, you could do a perfectly straight line. I'm just going to do a little bit of a curve. And I could also start with at the bottom too, if I wanted to. I'm just doing 3 stripes though, so we might, well, let's just see if we have enough paint here. So I'm just going to kind of start over here. Okay. See, it's not perfect at all. It's just real rough. And then we're going to kind of start over here and then do the same and just kind of come up. And you see how I kind of just come back in. If it's too, if it's not dark enough, I just kind of come back in and fill it in a little bit more. Just like that. And this side seems to be a little thicker than this side, so. And then we're going to do one up here at the top also. And then we can come around here to the sides. So I just kind of roughly did the sides. There we go. And I think that's pretty good. Okay, so then the next thing that we want to do is on the wings, I'm just going to grab a marker and then I'm going to take It's just so on this marker, it has like a thick one and a thin one. I'm using the thin one. And then I'm just going to come right here and do like little squiggly 2 dots, just kind of all the way around the wing. Okay, so you can kind of see what that's looking like. You guys are the little birds. The little babies are getting fed, so they just get fed all the way until dark. And that's what we hear, which is perfectly fine with me because I love the way they sound. So peaceful. Oh, thank you, Win. You're gonna love it. Oh, Vicky, thank you. No, I definitely need that. No, I haven't, but I have lately been trying to like get back into my walking and, you know, exercising and stuff. It's probably just the black. It's probably all it is. But I appreciate that. I need to, and I'm trying. So there's that. Thank you. Is that contact? Oh, so yes, this is contact paper, but I didn't peel it apart to put it on here. I just taped it down. I used to use it to like take pictures of the kits and stuff, but it kind of like wrinkled up, so I stopped using it for that and just decided to wrap it around on my surface here. But my workbench here, I was looking at it while I was cleaning this up. I just need to clean it up, sand it down a little bit, and paint it. And then I don't have to worry about, although I will say this surface does help me to keep it like here where you guys can see it and not be spread out all over this thing because the camera only shows so much. So that does help me with this a little bit. But yes, it is contact paper. I did. Yes, that was adorable. I actually commented back on that. He was so cute. Yes, Barb, I agree. Hey, Tabitha. Okay, so that is what they end up looking like. And I see you guys saying you don't like to do, oh, you love the curved stripes. Okay. I thought I seen, oh, Jenny said she's awful at the stripes. Listen, these stripes are not perfect. Look at how, and I mean, they're actually crooked now that I look at it. It's a little bit crooked. I was wondering why there was so much space right here. I gotta fix that because that's just silly. All right, hold on. Okay, so we're just gonna thicken this up just a little bit. It's really crooked. See, I'm kind of showing you how to just, you know, just do it and don't even worry about it. You can tape it off if you want, but when they're curved, I think it's really hard to tape off. And these ones are so imperfect, but I like it like that. Let's see, is that a little bit better? A little bit better. That's a little bit better. That was really crooked. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see what we've got to do next. So we've got his wings. Now what we're going to do is come over here to some of our embellishments before we start. Oh, the flower. We need to also take the pen and letter on the flower too. Okay, so our little tag, I'm going to kind of just crinkle this up and I'll show you what I'm going to do to it. I just like to crinkle them up. Just be careful you don't rip that while you're crinkling. And it just makes it look kind of tattered looking. And then I'm going to take, so you basically can just kind of crunch it up like you're going to throw it away, and then uncrunch it. And then I'm going to take some of this Distress Oxide. I'm going to set it on here so I don't mess up my little thing. And then I'm just going to run it over this, because what that does is kind of brings out some of that crinkle. Just makes it look a little bit tattered and worn out. And I like the way it looks. I was just wanted to see which side I liked better, so that's why I kind of started over there a little. Okay. There's our tag. We're going to need the pin again, so we're going to outline the daisy. Let's distress the daisy a little bit first. So we're going to do the edges. Oh, my mom's on. Hello, Mom. And then we're going to just kind of distress the inside a little. It just makes it look a little worn. Okay, you can kind of see that. Just looks a little worn. And then we're going to do the same thing on the daisy that we did on the bee's wings. So we're just going to kind of do a little dot, a squiggle, a dot. I meant to do two. Okay, so you can kind of see what I'm doing there. Just adding a little bit of detail. Okay, so I did like two little dots up at the top and one down here where the petals kind of come together. I don't know what I did with the lid for this. Oh, here it is. It fell under the iPad. Okay, so you can put your tag and your bow and all that on either side you want. I'm just going to say, like, I'll probably put it on this side. And so what I do is I hang it this way and I'll write on it so that it goes B-U-Z-Z. But if I was going to do it from this way with a little bow on that side and it was going to hang like, well, I guess you could hang it that way also. And then you could still write buzz, or you could even write it so that it's more like B, like a B, a U, a Z, a Z going down. But I'm going to do it this way. Okay, just wanted to kind of point that out. So then I'm just gonna print it. You could definitely use like stamps or stencils or anything like that for this, or just leave it off if you didn't even want it. But and then what I did was just kind of did like little B track going off of the Z. Okay, that'll go right there. And we can go ahead and glue this on. So we can glue our daisy together. There's our daisy. And then for our, so our wires are right here for our antennas. What I like to do first is just kind of size them up. Just kind of put your wires in there to see how far down they're going to go. And mine go to about right there. So then what I'm going to do is come up here to the top, and I'm just, you see how I kind of put my thumb right there? And then I'm just going to bend it around, kind of like a candy cane, until it touches. So I bent it until it touched the post right here of the wire. And then after that, I'll just kind of keep folding it over onto itself. Just like this. Now I just want to show you step by step as I'm doing it. So I'll fold it over and then fold it over again. Because remember, we're going to have to go, we've got all of this to work with, so you can fold it over as many times as you want. And then we can kind of put it back in here and see what that looks like. Okay, so you can kind of see what that's looking like. I could fold it over again if I wanted to. Once you get it in there, you can fold it some more. But that's also a good guide for the next one. Okay, so now I've kind of got an idea of how far down to go for the next one. So just start. So I take my finger just like this, and then just fold it over like a candy cane until this part of the wire right here touches this part, the stick part. Okay, once you've got that, it's going to look like this right there. And then we're just going to keep folding. Then we're just kind of rolling it over onto itself. And then I kind of just pinch it right here to keep it in line. Let's see. Okay, so we got one more roll to go, I think. What does that look like? Oh, that's perfect. Okay. And then we can come over here. And you could put a little bit of hot glue there. Just to make sure, you know, they stay. So you can put the hot glue on your wire or onto the bee's head, whichever is easier. Okay. And I like to put them facing out. So the little circles, I like to put them facing out. I gotta straighten this one up a little bit. I bent it. There we go. Okay. And then you can kind of bend them how you like them. But he's so cute with his little antennas. All right, and then we're going to take our jute rope. Thank you, Jennifer, for the stars. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hi, Diane. How are ya? Thank you, Tabitha. And thank you for the stars. Okay, so we're going to take this rope. What is that? And I just want to see, let's see. It doesn't need to be terribly long when I tie it, but I am going to kind of go around another time. And then, let's see. So I kind of looped it through. Let's put this through and see what that's going to look like. I might have to give it a little bit of hot glue to keep it in place. I'll probably put a little hot glue just to kind of keep it in place. I'm just going to tie it first and we're going to see what it looks like. Well, it's not terrible. Yeah, that's not terrible. I mean, the hot glue will definitely help. And the Rusty Bell, I'm just going to glue on. I'm not going to loop it through all of this also. I'm just going to glue it. Hey, that don't look too bad. I like that. And then the Rusty Bell is going to go right here. It's just going to get glued right in there. And I'll just trim that to kind of mix that. Yeah, that looks good. I'm not terribly disappointed with it. And then we're going to go ahead and glue our wings on. And they're going to go right back here like this. So, I mean, you could really put them as high as you want. Okay, I like them like that, so I think we'll go with them right up there. And then I'm just going to make sure they look, oh, look, they look okay. And then give them a squeeze. Oh, Barb, you have to post a picture of it. And Made by Me Monday. Yes, I can't wait to see it. Hey, Sandy. Thank you, Tabitha. Okay, so there he is. He's not done yet, though, because we have to put his daisy on him. And so his daisy, I want to make sure when I put the daisy on that I don't, you know, if we lay it down like this to glue it, don't put it too low. Otherwise, it'll interfere with it standing up. So I like to just, you know, set it up and make sure that it's not going to be too low. Let me get a better piece of wood to set him on. There we go. That's better. Yep, that's perfect. So I can go ahead and put the hot glue. And then I do want to give it a little bit of pressure. And I did hang it off the edge just a little bit. Yes, Tammy, grab one before they're gone. He's already sold out. I think he sold out one time, and then I put a restock just before I hopped on here. Thank you, Catherine. Aw, thank you, Laura. Oh, I thought you were painting along and you were loving the way yours turned out. He would be so cute on a garden stake, Mary. Yes, you're right. You could easily put him on a garden stake. I'll tell you guys, you could. So if you don't cut your own wood, you could go to like Home Depot or Lowe's and they sell stakes already like cut out in the concrete section, because concrete contractors kind of nail them into the ground and do whatever they do with them. I'm not going to pretend that I know how they use them. I just know they're in the concrete section. So you can buy them in bundles, or you can buy, I know at Home Depot, you can get them single and you can get them short, or you can get them long. So you can easily turn this into a garden stake and just get you some nails and a hammer, and you can nail it together. But yes, he would be so cute as a garden stake. And then you can take some, again, if you don't cut out your own wood, you can take some paint sticks and you can paint them and then make a little sign to go under him, and you can put, "This garden is buzzing." I think that would be really cute. That's actually something that I used to put on a lot of garden stakes that I sold that had bees on them way back when I used to do craft shows and things like that. "This garden is buzzing." I think that's cute. So, yes, this is an AFK Kids kit. Yes, yes. AFK Kids kit. So there's his antennas, and there he is. He's super cute, you guys. Look at him. Thank you, Jennifer. So, all right. Well, that is it. That's all for tonight. Yes, yeah, you could definitely do that. And there's, you know, if y'all are on here and think, "I like that idea," but you can't cut your own stuff out, well, that is how you can do it. You can do it with a paint stick, and just some of the little wood pieces that I'm telling you about that you can get at Home Depot. You can get them just one, or you can buy, you know, they sell them individually or in bundles, and you just get a couple of them and have them on hand, and then make different garden stakes. So, oh, thank you, Vicki. Thanks, Trula. Thank you, Patty. Yeah, so write that down. "This garden is buzzing." And you could, I don't know if you could squeeze that on there. You might be able to squeeze that on his tag, but I think it would be cute, like underneath for like a little sign. That would be really cute. So, anyhow, oh, you're welcome, Erin. Thank you so much. Good night, Diane. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Tomorrow night, I will be over in the VIP group crafting. So I won't be live over here tomorrow night. I'll be crafting with the VIP group. So if you're in the VIP group, come join me. And if you're not and you want to check it out, just comment VIP and we'll send you the information so you can learn a little more about it. But anyway, you guys, I'll be back Wednesday for Woodpack Wednesday, and it will be the birds that everybody is asking about because they're adorable. And I will also more than likely be painting them in the April paint pack colors because those colors are great and I want to use them on those little bird shelf sitters. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you soon. So until then, take care. Bye for now.